Hello everyone, welcome back to the Astral Tourist. Today I'm sharing my latest astral adventures and energy work as I get ready to move into my new space. So yes, my life partner and I have locked down a new place, at least for another year. So as an update about that apple tree that I was seeing before, a place came up that had an apple tree in the backyard, and I'm pretty sure that's what my where my astral projection was before. And we never had a chance because somebody scooped it up right away. We couldn't even go take a tour, so that was disappointing. However, it's good to know, like a little thumbs up from my own subconscious and stuff, that I was on the right track, and that would have been a really great space for us. So as it is, we've taken the one that I thought had the succubus attached to it. I was able to astral project over there a few nights ago, and the whole space was covered in like this green haze. And I'm thinking that's because of some of the energy work that I was doing. I was sending a lot of like sage energy, just long distance, like Reiki, sage vibes, lavender vibes, symbols like onks and things like that, ohms, just a little, distance energy clearing stuff. So it was good to see that that's actually working on the astral plane, at least to some degree. So let's see what else. And later that same night, I had an astral projection to an apartment I used to have on the West Coast. There were moving boxes out everywhere and shoes strewn about. And it's really funny, especially this one pair was a pair of hiking shoes that I never really would wear because they were too heavy on my feet. And they just weren't comfortable. And they were there. And it was like, oh man, I think I'm like maybe dreaming over the astral space a little bit there. So there was that. Let's see. This is going to be a short one because I have more packing to go do. The new place is right on the edge of an astral area, like in the mid to lower astral dimensions, that I've kind of nicknamed the Dark Forest. In that area, there's a road that curves, and it, in the astral, in the lower astral, and the mid astral too, it's more of a dirt path. And you go in there, and there's always all this weird stuff in there, like weird creatures, a lot of astral wildlife and stuff. So I've nicknamed it the Dark Forest. And if you go through really fast, it's no big deal. Or you can just fly over the whole thing, actually. So I've learned how to get around that if I want to. But when I first moved to this particular area, I would always be a bit fascinated with that. And I was like, oh, I really need to find ways to go around here because I was exploring. So it's kind of right on the edge of the dark forest, kind of like a fairy tale. So I think that's something funny about it. But it's not in there. And there's not actually no housing down in there. It's just this long and windy part of the road. So let's see. And last night, as I was astral projecting, I began to feel like I was sliding out of bed. That's one of my hypnagogia signs. So I made my intentions to go to a higher dimension, and I began seeing these grayish, dark portals and circles and spirals with these little pinholes in them, like only pinholes. It's like, wow, that's a weird visual. And it felt like more of a crown chakra exit, even though I don't think it was, because I could feel my whole astral body sliding out of bed and then flying through these portals. And eventually I came to a dimly lit mansion and a dusty living room. And there was a thin man in there, and I asked him who he was. He said his name was Ezekiel and that he was going to help me. And then I couldn't hear anything else he said. He was trying to share, and there was this bouquet of lavender on the table next to him, and he was looking at that and looking at me. And I have noticed the occurrence of lavender just synergistically in my life lately. So I think this guy, Ezekiel, has been trying to point me in a certain direction or give me clue about something, but I'm still uncertain as to what it is. And you can say, well, why don't they just tell you? And he was trying to, and I just couldn't hear him. So I'm going to connect more with the spirit of Lavender and see if, his messages will come through better. I don't know. One can only hope, right? So I hope everybody's doing great. I just wanted to come on for this little update. Things are working out, at least for the next year. And we didn't want to sign a lease for longer than a year because we want to look around more for a better place. But this one's really fine. It's actually bigger than where we are now. The space is getting cleared out nicely there with all the sage stuff and the new stuff I'll be doing. So life is good. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. Again, if I'm slow getting back to people, it's because of this big move. So happy astral travels.